YouTube. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Jags to Riches, James Peters back at you. Uploading on this channel, this desolate, deserted, godless place. Forgive me, I know it's been a while. I've been putting in a lot of work on Celtics Corner, but I do promise I haven't forgotten about this platform, my channel here, and I will continue to work on it and start uploading to build it. This is very important to me on this channel as well, so forgive me. A lot to get to today. Obviously, our Boston Celtics with a big win against the Memphis red-hot Grizzlies last night. Still no Jaylen Brown. Jayson Tatum's birthday. Ime Udoka, coach of the month. I mean, all kinds of things going on. So this is going to be more of just a kind of a free-flowing, freestyle type episode. I'm just going to take you along the ride with me. So let's get straight to it. Forgive me as I transition over. Now, pause, damn it. Alrighty, guys, like I said, Boston 120 to the 107 win against the 43-win Memphis Grizzlies. What a game last night, right? Boston pretty much controlled throughout. There was times Memphis, especially in the first half, cut it to, I believe it was, a 2-point game going into the half. But behind Jayson Tatum, sensational game. And, I mean, his huge second half and specifically fourth quarter, we were just too much tonight. But showing love and respect to the opponent, Ja Morant, what a superstar, right? All-star starter, 22 years old. This kid had 38 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 13 for 29 from the field. But what was really spectacular about his 5 assists, 2 blocks, was 50% from the field and 3. 8 for 16 from the field, 4 for 8 from the 3. Absolutely brilliant. He had 6 offensive rebounds. He was brilliant tonight, as was Marcus Smart. 18 points, 12 assists. He was 7 for 17 from the field, 4 for 9 from the 3. Oh, what about Rob Williams, you say? Don't worry. 8 points, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. So again, 10, 12, 3, 3, 3. I mean, show love to the bench, man. Grant Williams, his elbow, I believe, at one point had to actually go to the locker room. But, man, it was sensational. And I'm pretty sure Tatum scored 21 of his points in – where is it? I know. Yep. Tatum scored 21 of his 37 points in the fourth quarter, leading Boston. It was a brilliant performance, guys. But why that was so important? As we are now officially in the 5th seed, the Boston Celtics, with that win over the Memphis, we are a half game ahead of them. If the season ended today, congratulations, you play Milwaukee. No, in my last video on Celtics Corner, I was going over the Memphis game, and I actually said that I thought the Heat, the Heat, Sixers, and Bucks would finish top 3, and the Bulls and Celtics would finish 4, 5, and the Cavs would finish 4, 5, 6. And as you see, Philly has already now hopped Chicago. They're now down in 3rd, and we have hopped Cleveland. We're in 5th. I still think Milwaukee gets the 3rd seed, so I think you're looking at a potential Boston versus Chicago. I think Boston has a good shot at finishing in the 4th seed. I really do. They have a shot, and why that's important is because Chicago is a winnable series regardless, but home court could be very pivotal in that one. That's 2 very talented teams, and, Chicago's looked really good all year. They're getting Lonzo back here soon. So you're talking about Lonzo and DeMar MVP and Zach LaVine and Vucevic. I mean, they've got a good squad. So I don't think they could beat us in a 7-game series. I would pick us, but I think it could go all 7. And that sucks because then you're talking about round 2. It might be the Nets or, whoever waiting for you there, the 76ers, the Bucks. It's going to be such a brutal gauntlet this year, guys. It really is. But last thing I do want to share. Well, first, let me say Ime Udoka actually won Coach of the Month here. Actually, forgive me. Let me pull him up and give him a little bit of love. Yeah, there we go. My man Ime. Boston Celtics, 9 wins, 2 losses. This looks like a perfect picture. 9 wins, 2 losses for the month of February, getting my man Ime Udoka, no disrespect, coach, coach of the month, rookie. Congratulations, sir. Well earned. I mean, it blows my mind that it doesn't seem like so long ago, the whole fire Ime thing. I mean, those people are, hidden, amongst the back alleys with the same people of the trade smart, or, smart is better than Fournier and all other kind of takes that, people have kind of dissipated and, stopped saying as much, because remember, they used to be out in full effect. But I haven't seen a trade Ime or, anything like that in quite some time. And I mean, who can blame them? This team, I mean, in 2 months ago, 60 days ago, was 3 games under 500, and now we're 11 games over. Excellent job, Coach Ime. And I'm so excited about this future. These boys have clearly bought into you. The defense, I mean, stifling, one of the best. I can't even go down that road because I'll be ranting for 20 minutes. But last thing I want to bring up, it's funny because I was looking at Nick Stauskas the other day, and he had just come off of that, 57 point performance. And I was literally thinking, I was like, why the hell is it that the Celtics, and I don't want to start naming names out of respect, but it's like, why is it the Celtics are always signing these players that you don't always hear of? And meanwhile, you've got people like this, who are out there scoring 40. I mean, he had a 43-point game and then a 57 in back-to-back games. I mean, he scored 100 points in 2 games. And what's special about him, and like I said, I remember him because back in the IT days for us, he was with Philly, and that was, I think, his best run. Yeah, so he got drafted by Sacramento. First off, who is he? So he's 28 years old, right? Yep, 28, 6'6", over 200 pounds. And like I said, drafted Sacramento 8th overall, I believe. I don't know if it'll show me here. Yeah, 8th pick overall. His 2 best years, Philadelphia, he averaged right around 9-10 points, 2-3 rebounds and assists. But what's important to us right here, 3-point percentage, 37, 40, 40, 37, 42, 50. I mean, so he's a shooter, guys, and that's what's important to us. When you can score like he can, obviously. And by the way, shout out to the Grand Rapids. I mean, that G League team has put out so many. I mean, Lance Stevens and Isaiah Thomas. I mean, now Nick, they have been, turning a lot of their players, getting them contracts. So shout out to them. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, let me transition back. Forgive me. But yeah, I mean, congrats to Ime. Happy birthday, Jayson. Celtics winners of 13 out of the last 15. I'm losing count at this point, but it's an excellent run, and it's right on time because, I mean, 16, 17 games left in the playoffs, 5 weeks away. Good news, Jaylen Brown, I believe he'll be back for the Brooklyn game this upcoming Sunday, and it's right on time because, I mean, we need everyone healthy, but I think what has been the best and most impressive thing about these wins is that they have done so without Jaylen. They went and beat Atlanta, a team that normally gives us trouble, and Memphis, who's one of the best teams in the NBA, with a superstar guy I think will be a top 5 player in the next 5 years. When you've heard me, when I give my takes on 5 years from now, who will be my top 5, Jayson Tatum and Ja Morant are both in there. I think with Giannis, Luka, and Embiid, like those are pretty, you know what I mean? But that's a different argument, different story. But Ja's sensational. I mean, Desmond Bane's been fantastic. I mean, Jaren Jackson's no scrub. They've got a good, I mean, you don't need me to sell you. That's a 40-plus win team, 43 win. I mean, they're the real deal. So they're running out of excuses because remember, for a while it was, well, they haven't beaten anyone. Well, now, guys, we've beaten, I mean, Charlotte. We've beaten Atlanta twice. We've beaten Denver with the MVP Joker. We beat the reigning MVP. We beat the front runner in Joel Embiid. We've beaten Memphis now. I mean, we're starting to get some, some wins. So it's kind of like, and oh, by the way, we did that without our star player in Jaylen Brown. I also want to take a second to just talk about Rob Williams, Marcus Smart, and just the job, Al Horford, the job that these players have done Grant Williams, everyone has just fit into what we need them to be brilliantly. We needed Grant to come in and be basically a 3-and-D guy that could knock down a three-point shot, switch. I mean, has he not done that to the highest of expectations? The man's one of the league leaders in three-pointers this year. I mean, Al Horford, a lot of people weren't even sure about it when the trade for Kemba went through. Y'all gave up a first. Like, yeah, he's washed. He's done. Has he not been far beyond any and everything, averaging, being able to be what he is on the defensive end, allows us to put Rob in that free safety role and just cause hell and havoc everywhere. And Rob Williams, is he not? He needs to, first off, be, like I said, most improved is weird to me because Ja Morant is the front runner. When I think of guys like Ja, like that is just him taking the steps that I would have said, when I first seen him play. He scored 19 in his second year. He's scoring 25 this year. It's like, how's that improved? Shit, this is what I expected. Meanwhile, like Rob wasn't even starting last year. He was playing 18 minutes. He had injury bug and this and that. And meanwhile, now he's damn near averaging a double, or at the bottom bare minimum, he should be all defense. We should have 2, if not 3 players from this team, because I think Jayson Tatum, man, anyways, Marcus Smart should be first team all defense. Rob Williams should be second team all defense. Just the roles that these guys have all played and exceeded, they've just been brilliant. And that is what I mean when I say this team is so close. It might be a hot take, and I might just be feeling myself. It might just be this damn good coffee, but this is a contender. This Boston Celtics team is a contender, guys. Like, this team, I think the champion comes out of the East this year. I really do. And let's just see how this plays out. We've got the playoffs coming up, only 16, 17 games, something like that left. JB should be back Sunday. Excellent win against Memphis. Big announcement, guys. We will have the lovely Anna Horford joining us for Trust the Podcast Monday, on this upcoming Monday, March 7th. So 6 p.m., Monday the 7th. Anna Horford will be joining us on Trust the Podcast, episode 14. We are back, guys. I have been working all season long. I have sent tweet after tweet after DM after DM, and much love and shout out to my man, Adam Taylor. He, basically, that's my guy. He's a good friend of mine. He kind of gave me some good advice, and it led to me being able to get in contact with her booking manager, Liz. Thank you so much for your time and everything. And we were able to get the confirmation for this Monday. So very excited. I cannot wait. This woman's knowledge is on a whole different level. Go do some homework on her. Look at her old, if you didn't watch her old CLNS videos back in the day, she spits fire and has me and Bobby like, oh God, don't embarrass us too bad, man. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for your time. Brooklyn this upcoming Sunday, Trust the Podcast Monday. Thank you again. I hope you have an incredible conclusion to your week and an even better weekend. Jags to riches, James Peters. Take care, guys.